Hey everyone.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm here.
We got Skull, Pat.
I'm here.
We're here. First off, good news video, a serious video, but I don't want you to mistake the tone and the seriousness. It's
good news. Good news. But I'll just level with you guys. Yeah, as you probably have noticed, those of you who follow the channel, I've been a little absent the past year. Yeah, I figure I owe it to you guys at least a little bit of the story. Long story short, it's been burnout, it's been mental health stuff, but primarily I have been struggling with addiction, alcoholism. Not easy, not fun to talk about, but I figure at least owe you guys that much. I'm in my recovery journey now, a lot of it leading up to it. It's been a rough year for everybody with COVID and stuff, but as much as I'd like to say, oh, it's because of COVID or whatever, just based on my brain, my personality, I really think that I was headed down this path regardless. I just have an addictive personality, and as many of you probably know, music was my healthy addiction. Music was my my healthy drug. Don't even want to call it a drug. But having a creative career is a blessing. We have the greatest job in the world, but it can also be a double-edged sword, struggling with creative blocks and stuff. And I'm not making excuses. Again, I think this was going to happen, even if I had become an engineer or an architect or a painter. I think just based on my personality, it was going to happen. But I'm in my recovery journey now. I'm a lot healthier, feeling a lot better. But yeah, it's been a rough year, but a good year for me to learn about myself. And I'm so thankful. I mean, I've put a lot of people through a lot of pain, especially Pat fan, my loved ones. And I just have to give a huge thank you to everybody who supports me. Because there's a lot of people who struggle with addiction who don't have people in their corner, and I do. And I'm gonna try not to cry. Whew! I was thinking when we started this, I'm not gonna be one of those crying YouTubers. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll take over for a second.
Yeah. Go for it.
So obviously that's why it's been Andrea and some other people on the channel. We're lucky enough to have worked with Andrea and have her presence on the channel, so we're able to keep stuff coming out. And that's kind of the little bit of the directional B for a minute. He Christian Skull. I said all three of them at the same time.
Christian Skull, whatever.
Skull is working on stuff. There's no timetable, but there are honestly 2 to 3 projects in the works. So those will be out when they're ready. So we do have awesome projects, and everything that's been put on the channel, sans Skull or without Skull, is still stuff that we believe in, that is on brand, and it wouldn't be there if we didn't want it to be there. So we hope you guys have enjoyed it, and please don't tune out because he's not there, because it's still JT stuff, and Skull he's back. He's physically here.
I'm here. I'm back, and I'm working on some really cool stuff that is still gonna be. It's still nerdcore, but I'm pouring a little bit of my what my experience with what I've been through the past year. And I always have tried to do that with my music. Even if it's a song about Halo or Doom, I'm always trying to put something into my music from my life. So now that I'm going through a recovery journey after addiction, I'm incorporating a lot of those themes. Actually, right now I'm working on a Winter Soldier song, which was supposed to be timed out more when the Winter Soldier and Falcon show came out. But it's given me more time to work on it and incorporate a lot of themes with the Winter Soldier and his journey with making amends and going through recovery after being the Winter Soldier. There's just a lot of parallels with addiction and recovery. So that's been really fun to work on. I think you guys are still going to enjoy it because it's Winter Soldier Marvel stuff. We got a lot of awesome Marvel content lately.
What is it called? A Scabby Boy Part 2. Very small audience for that, but it exists.
And more BioShock. I'm working on a Sander Cohen song that's been in the works for a while. A lot of cool stuff in the works. I just needed to take a step away and work on myself for a while. And I still am. I'm still on this recovery journey. And, I won't go into details here, but I didn't want to hide it. I'm proud that I'm on a recovery journey now, and we're actually going to have a stream this week, September 17th.
At 7
At
PM.
7, we'll just hang out and game, and if you guys want to hang out, ask questions, I'm happy to be open and honest with you guys, because addiction is something that a lot of people struggle with, and the more open and honest you are, it helps me being open and honest about it. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to have a clear head and a healthy body and feel good about getting back to music. And I love you guys a lot. And I'm so glad I didn't cry. Yes. I wasn't going to join those compilation of YouTube criers.
Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with us and being fans of JT Music. And in the last year and a half, we've been really overhauling the community stuff. So it's been awesome to interact with you guys on Facebook and Discord and Patreon. So, you know, that was a big thing we always wanted to do, but for some reason we didn't understand it. Like, we wanted community, but we didn't realize you had to build the community, interact with it, and hang out with everyone and all these things. So, like, on that of appreciating you guys and all that, we're really engaging with it, and it's been super fulfilling. So, hey, starting with the stream on the 17th, which is Friday at 7 on this channel, it'll be if you've ever been to one of our streams, we'll put something on pretty laid back, some kind of game, and hang out. So that'll be the stream. We'll see you guys there.
And probably we'll show you some projects. I'll show you some beats I'm working on, so you got proof that I'm working on stuff. It'll be cool.
Indeed.
It'll be a fun stream.
And anyways,
all right.
Yeah.
That's it. I love you guys, and we love you guys. Yeah. And I love you, dude. I love you.
Love you too.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see you guys this week.